This is Exigent AFH Business Consultants YouTube page. Why don't you go ahead and subscribe, hit the like button, share, and comment to a friend. So today we're talking about the new green card marriage couple updates that the USCIS has put forth. Okay, so key policy changes as of August 2025. We're talking about this month and this year. So USCIS updated the family-based immigration policy manual, now applying to both pending and new marriage-based green card applications. Stricter fraud prevention measures. All applicants must submit strong evidence of genuine marriage, joint bank statements, shared leases, photos, affidavits from friends, family, employers, etc. Mandatory in-person interviews to assess relationship authenticity. No more waivers. You have to show up to your interview and actually prove that you're married to that person that you're saying you're married to, right? Expanded authority to issue deportation orders, NTA. Approval of a petition no longer protects you against removal. If the beneficiary is found inadmissible, USCIS can still issue a notice to appear. So these notices to appear in front of a judge to talk about your current procedures and stuff. And most people, once they do these appearances and stuff, they get grabbed, put behind a paddy wagon, sent back to detention, and deported back to their country. Updated forms and documentation. Only the latest editions of key forms, e.g. I-130, I-485 now accepted. Outdated forms will be rejected. Longer wait times and higher denial rates. Case delays now range from 8 to 16 months or more, driven by new requests for evidence and heightened scrutiny for past immigration violations. So it looks like the government is getting hype of people doing marriage frauds. People are marrying their brothers, they're marrying their sisters, they're marrying their cousins. People are doing same-sex marriages, even though they're actually heterosexual people, just for a chance to get that green card. And the government is getting wind of this, and that's why they have these strict measures. Now, this looks like if you are in an actual honest relationship, I don't think this affects you. The only caveat I would throw in there is the fact that, let's say your spouse had some immigration violations before, then that might be a point of tension, because they're saying that just because you have an honest relationship does not mean that you're not viable for removal proceedings, right? But this looks more about people who are doing fraud, right? So remember, marriage fraud is a federal offense. That means you're dealing with the feds. That's the FBI territory, right? So if they catch you with the marriage fraud, you're not only going to get convicted and do time here. After you're done doing time here, they're going to put you in a plane and send you back to your village, man. That's what this looks like. Um, so if you're in an honest relationship, I wouldn't worry about this stuff. But if you're in a fraud relationship, that's why you want to worry about this stuff. You can't nowadays. Now it looks like you can't just pay someone off. You have to actually open a joint account with them, both names in there, take photos with them, and have people that can vet of your relationship, employees, employers, family, that kind of stuff. Now, if you're a natural con man, this is a walk in the park. You could do this with your eyes closed and you standing on your head. But if you're a regular person, you can't, you have to do this thing honestly, right? So I'm not a lawyer, and you can find out this information by yourself. You could go online and type in the new green card updates measures. Apparently, Trump is cracking down on several countries that have marriage for. I think India was at top of that list, but this looks like it's across the board for everyone. So just be careful out there. If you're doing some kind of illegal fraudulent marriage stuff, just be careful of what you're doing and make sure you've crossed your t's and you crossed your t's and you dotted your i's, because this is, like I said, this is federal territory. When the FBI comes for you, you're going to jail, for real, and you're not going to beat the feds. You're going to go to prison, do time, uh, and then after you do time, you're going to get deported back to your country. I'll give you an example. I worked for a lady years ago. She was from Southeast Asia, right? She had a scheme going where she would bring ladies from Southeast Asia and do this marriage fraud with American men. And The FBI caught wind of what she was doing. She had to go to prison for 5 years. And the only reason she did not get deported was the fact that she was an American citizen. But that was 5 years taken away from her life. So if you're doing this fraud, you better be careful because they're coming for you. And remember, Trump is a liberal from New York, right? That turned conservative recently. So he's a liberal from New York. So you have to be careful. So he's dealt with immigrants. He had a Mexican workforce doing all the painting in the Trump Tower. So he knows how immigrants think and how they behave. So all these measurements that you're seeing they're putting forth, they know. They're not stupid. They know what you're doing. So be very careful. Make sure you go to Exigent AFH Business Consultants YouTube page. Click the subscribe button. Like, share, and comment. Next big thing. Because I keep saying Exigent AFH Business Consultants is not only global, but we're the next big thing. See you around. Ciao.